Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Faisal Karim. In this live series, I'm going to create a microservice system from scratch. Mainly, my target is to show you how I'm building the whole microservice system step by step and evolving according to our business need. So let's start. To start a microservice system, first we need to know about the domain, and for that domain we will be using a basic BizBook 365. It's a, what can I say, inventory system. It already had a monolith source code here. I guess you can see my screen. Yep. So there are three projects you can see. BizBook server, it is .NET framework 4.8 right now, and it is the BizBook client, that is Angular 1.5 with TypeScript. And I tried to remake the BizBook server with core. This is the core version, but now I'm trying to build the whole BizBook system with microservice architecture. To give you a bit background, what inside of it is, it's a basic sales and purchase operations of a shop. So you can see there are sales model, there are purchase model, product model, customer model, employee, dealers, suppliers, right? Warehouse transactions. So this is already hosted live in some of my shops, not shops, some of my clients server, but this is open source version, so there is no problem if we just migrate the whole system into microservice. And this is what I'm going to do. And this is the repository, BizBook 365, the normal one. We'll be adding our code into this repository. I already cloned this project repository in here, and you can see I am inside of the first branch 01 initial. So let's start. Okay, so let's create some folders first. Folder, and we will be using source. Is the standard procedure. And in here, okay, so what are the services, what are the domains we will be covering? We will be covering yep, this one, but if we go at the end, not this one, how can I go? Okay, sales service, customer service, product service, stock, transaction time. So there are basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can create 7 folder. Sell. No, not inside of that. Product, customer, stock, transaction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did we have? And auth and time service. Auth, time. Nice. Sorry. Nice. And next, we'll be having our actual code inside of those folders. What will we put here? We actually described in this slide. You can get it from microservice architecture speaker deck. Okay, so we'll be having API project and we'll be having message handler project. So there are two projects we'll be creating. So folder API, and we'll be adding handler, and it will be common for each of the folders. So I'm going to just copy reveal in File Explorer, copy this and paste it everywhere. So okay, we have every folder right now. Now first thing first, that is what we will be making inside of this folder. We'll be creating a ASP.NET Web API into this Cell API. Why? I have explained it in here. Where is that? Yep, this one. Maybe you can argue with me by this logic, but this is what I think. But actually every service depends on the business need and the team's capacity, team's expertise. So there is no hard and fixed rules. But I feel like I should use this stack. And I only know Node.js and .NET, so there is no way I can use Java or Python or PHP. Okay. Now how can we create this? It's very easy actually. We will be creating, we'll be going cd source Cell API. In here we will be creating the API. So we can create from command line tools, and also we can create from Visual Studio. For my own easiness, I will be using Visual Studio because I don't feel comfortable till now working with the command line. I forgot some of the commands. It's not like I don't like, but I feel comfortable using the GUI. It's the old habit. Okay, ASP.NET Core API, C#, and we'll be adding this to here. What will be the name? Project name is Cell API. Cell.api. Inside of this folder, solution name is, what can I say? Only cell. Let's say there is no good or bad. Let's see what happens. HTTPS 5, yep, no need. Docker, no need. We'll be adding Docker support later in this series, later in this project. Right now my focus is to just implement the communication between service to service. Enable OpenAPI support. Okay, let's see what happens. Actually, now I think I might made a mistake by foldering. That is, I need to up this folder in here, and I need to move this SLN file into here. That's the problem. Okay, so first thing first, right click, cut, paste, and cut, paste. cell, and you can guess right, it will not load the API project anymore because we moved the structures. Yeah. I know it already. Add, where is add? Add existing projects. Add existing project. Cell API. Cell API. So why I'm making this to different folder, because so that this project can independently run using the Docker, or independently run using the .NET command, not necessarily with the cell solution. Just build it and just run it. Okay, we are good. So we have created our first API, and where is it? Inside of here. We don't need this cell folder anymore. Delete this cell API. In fact, we don't need this next level folder hierarchy anymore, right? Because cell.api itself is a folder. What will happen if we create multiple APIs? The APIs will be created in here, right? So we don't need, sorry for that. Control X, Control V, and we delete this folder. And we open again, and the project will not be here, so we need to add that. Remove, okay, add existing project, cell, okay. I hope that's okay. Now if we look inside of this project, so the solution itself is having the name cell, so we don't need to add the cell.api here again, right? So we can just rename this. Where is rename for rename API? But the assembly name will be different. This book 365 book 365 dot where is that? Dot cell dot assembly name, yes, cell.api. So if we just want to implement the namespace here, why the namespace API? Didn't I change this? No way. Come on. So yep, Bizbook Cell API controllers, Bizbook Cell API. So I hope we are good for initial project structure. Now let's create a new project that will be the message handler. So stay with me.